I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of great millstones. Salutes and honors you brothers out there teaching in sincerity. The house of David, the 144,000, and the women and children that consist of the elect, all right, which is you black, Latino, Native Americans.
The 1/3.
The 1/3, all right, which is that the elect of the Most High that He's going to save in these last days. Because we're living in the last days, that you can see the prophecies. As you can see, we're in the time of Armageddon, all right, which over there, we got all the troops getting ready for war, and that's the Most High putting that spirit on the earth for destruction for World War III. All right, you have China warships sending their warships, they're sending their aircraft carriers over there to help Russia. All right, Russia just had some aircraft. They got some aircraft that they bombed over there in Syria, ISIS really, but it's really America because ISIS was trained by the United States and Jordan. Actually, they trained them. So basically, that's World War III right there. Russia really just attacked the United States. That's why it's making the United States look bad because they talk about ISIS, but here it is, Russia's going up in there and fucking doing what the United States can't do, which is all the show anyway by the media. All right, because that whole ISIS shit is actually the United States. That's all funded. All right, what they do is they cause chaos and then they run up in there. It's called order ab chaos. They cause the chaos and then they run up in there trying to set the so-called order. All right, so we're in the times of World War III is there. The economy's already fucking collapsed, man. It's that these fucking assholes out here don't realize it. They don't realize that the FRN ain't worth shit. It's nothing but freaking paper money. It ain't worth nothing. That's why China and all these countries are getting together. Like the brother said, man, there's a line being drawn, man. There's United States and Israel, basically against everybody, man. All right, even Britain, the mother of the harlot, United States, they're gonna turn on fucking this place, man. Canada. They're all gonna shoot missiles over here. And that's the times we're living in, man. That whole China thing, that's big right there, man. That is very big. That whole thing in Syria, that's very big. World War III already started. You people like to talk about World War III, when is it gonna start? No, they already started already, man. And that's just brewing up, and it's brewing up. The day of Armageddon, man. Which a lot of our people are gonna get caught up in that shit. You're gonna get caught up in the hell that's coming out here. The economic collapse, the actual collapse when the dollar collapses. All hell's gonna break loose out here, man. Now they're even saying tonight, I think it's today or tomorrow, it's gonna be record-breaking rainfalls, man. World-breaking rain, like ever, world record-breaking rainfalls, man.
It was something like 18 feet.
18 feet of rain.
New Jersey.
And New Jersey. Can you believe that?
Can I say this, brother? I was watching the Weather Channel on the news because I hit the shore a lot in Jersey. I go hit the water just to do my thing, just chill out. And they had the whole thing closed down from Sandy Hook, which is right, basically like about Central Jersey, all the way to Cape May. The entire shore was closed. And Sea Island City in South Jersey, Cape May is already flooded, man. And the hurricane's not even here yet. And the shit's already flooded. I mean, it wasn't completely flooded, but it has like a good 2 or 3 feet of water through the streets. So they talking about record-breaking 18 feet of water along the shoreline. Hey, man, that's worse than Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy did a number on Jersey, man, on the East Coast. Long Island, New York, Staten Island, etc.
They also said that because of Sandy, the New Jerseys are still they're a short supply of generators. So back during Sandy, there wasn't that many generators, and now they're saying they have even a smaller supply of generators. So there's going to be, if it gets as bad as Sandy, if the power goes out, there's going to be a lot of people without power. So that's going to cause a lot of chaos and confusion with a lot of people because these people ain't used to not having no power. A lot of Americans period, they're pacified with the quote unquote amenities that they have here. So if they don't have the generators, people gonna start, that can cause civil unrest,
Which it has. It has.
Yeah.
You seen with the gas station lines.
They're predicting the worst nor'easters ever this year too. So there's a lot of things going on, man. Like I said, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. These Rothschilds, all this spraying, like we talked about earlier, the chemtrails, the GMOs, Monsantos. It's your time to pay, man. You're gonna pay. That's why all this World War III is really for what you did to the children of Israel. The slavery, recompense, revenge is coming to you devils. Justice is coming for you fucking devils, man. That's why the Most High is creating all these wars, all right, to avenge us, man, upon you devils, because whoever touches us touches the apples of the Lord's eye. And you have a lot to fucking pay for. You have a lot to pay for, man. That's why your destruction You build this place up in what? Violence, and it's gonna go down in the same way, in violence, man. That's how America's gonna go down, the same way it was built up. And all you crackers talking your shit in that video, the race war video, don't worry, man, your time is coming. Your ass is gonna get broke. You're gonna get hung, because there's a lot of threats, too. That video got 8,000 whatever, views, whatever. They talking shit, threatening us. Look, man, the Most High gonna deal with every last one of y'all. The scriptures say He gonna deal with the nation of Esau, the nation of Edom. Alright? So you devils get mad at the Bible, get mad at the Lord. Don't get mad at us. Alright? This is payback for you, devil. That proves you're the fucking devil. All you fucking white people, Edomites. Right. If you had some type of righteousness in you, you would say, you know what? We did what we did to these people, and you know one day we're gonna get our asses kicked, like the comedian said. He said, you know what? You go back in history, it's beautiful to be a white man, but you know what? You know one day they're gonna pin us down.
We're gonna pay hard. We're gonna pay hard
for this. So you white people that actually say, you know, forget about slavery, that's racism. For you to say, forget about your ancestors, forget about what happened to you, that's racism. Alright? So this slavery is going to be shoved down your fucking throat. Like it says in Jeremiah 49, is it the cup of wine? You're going to drink this fucking slavery.
Without mixture.
You motherfucker, you're going to drink it straight up.
Without mixture.
And Lord willing, the men that He's going to use to make you drink that fucking wine, right?
This is Joel chapter 3, start at verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. You know,
all these countries, I'm sorry, like North Korea, Kim Jong-un, he's talking shit about you. You over here talking about how poor he is, and then them countries, they stay saying they're going to destroy America. China, all these countries, man, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Japan, they haven't forgot what you did to them. The Vietnamese, they haven't forgot what you did to them. Alright, you over here fucking having the Philippines and Taiwan, all the little islands, the Falkland Islands? You trying to claim that the Philippines, can't have military vehicles on top of the islands? That's China. Because China was
the islands?
the Falkland Islands. China has like an artificial island over there, and they put their military vehicles over there. And America's like, oh, you can't do that. You know, you going around trying to police every fucking body, being a big fucking red bully, man. Alright, that's why your time is coming. Your time is at an end. And you devils know this. That's why Netanyahu and fucking Obama in the back was having meetings, you know, then right after that, boom, this shit popped off. You know, but that's why you know the Most High putting that spirit into Russia. Russia don't fuck around. Iran is not Iraq, man. Iran is the Persians, man. We're gonna bring that out in the scripture. We in the last days, man. You can feel it, it's in the air. Brothers is having dreams. Me personally, I had a dream the other day that a beast was running through a city that was all burnt up. And I told brothers about it. And I said, you know what, I thought it was Leviathan, but now I'm thinking about it, it was a bear. Because I heard something roaring. And it was running through the city, and the city was burning. I'm like, I got so scared I closed the blinds and shit. It was actually, that was a bear, that was Mother Russia, man. Now that I think about it, because then the next day, boom, that's when the missiles, that's when Russia did what they did over there in Syria, right? Yeah, that's the spirit that the Most High is putting down on this earth, is war, war, war. That's why brothers is having dreams, brothers is feeling a certain way, because destruction is at an end, man.
If I can say this, in the scripture where it says, verse 9 says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all men of war draw near, let them come up. Now, this is an article that came out in July, and that says Japan, because after World War II, Japan signed basically a declaration saying that they won't go to war outside of, they will never be on an offensive to go to war. They will only have their armies for the defense.
Yeah,
right now, this just happened this year. It says Japan, this is an article, it says Japan's pacifist constitution, because it was a pacifist type of constitution. It says after 70 years, nation changes the rules so it can go to war. The country will now be able to engage in collective self-defense and come to the aid of a military ally who's under attack, but it has to be approved. It has to be proved to be a bitterly divisive. So it says, going down, it says Japan's coalition government has approved a controversial reinterpretation of the nation's pacifist constitution that it will let its troops fight overseas for the first time since the Second World War. You know, and that's like the brother said, that's the spirit that the Lord is putting up on all these nations to be in that war-like mentality now, you know? And it's spiritual because it's the number was 70 years, you know, and that's a spiritual number in the scriptures.
Yeah.
So, you know, the Lord is bringing all these nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat, man, for that great war, which is the Armageddon.
Yeah, I got a scripture, and also you got a scripture, brother.
I was gonna finish Joel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 11, it says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together around about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." And you know, that's exactly the Yahweh, the Lord's judgment. And that's exactly what's happening right now with this whole thing in Syria, in that region. You know, that's the region of the valley of Jehoshaphat. You know, reading on verse 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw its shining.
And that goes to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, that's why it's heavy. That whole thing with the Pope coming down, that was spiritual, man. Because what the Pope did behind closed doors was actually bless these Satanists, man. Because people that control the planet Earth, the Rothschilds, we see the Rothschilds don't believe in the spiritual thing saying. They got the witches and warlocks set up for that. Because what they trying to do is cause confusion and bring the New World Order. What the Pope did, that fucking head witch, what that motherfucker did was go in the back and actually bless them. That's why right after he left, look at all the hell that broke loose. Then you had the blood moon.
Oh, I said that scripture.
That's a sign for that. And also that's a sign for things to come. So all your light, we're talking about that, it's all about the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. All your witchcraft, all your sorcery, all them seances, have inaugurations, well that's what the presidents do. Have inaugurations. That's actually summon them up demons and spirits. It's a ritual. That's what inaugurating means. That's what they do. So when the Pope came, he was actually inaugurating, man. Alright, so that's, what was it, a 66? Something, there was another number too, that him coming down. 666, there was a lot of numerologies around that too. You know, I believe it was the third time he ever came to the United States, right?
Not him, but the Pope in general.
The Pope in general, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, and brother, if I can add on to, touch on two bases real quick, because we mentioned it earlier. You know, repetition makes, you know, we got always do repetition is truth. There's Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And what does that mean? That means that Esau controls what goes on in this earth. If you pay attention to how this earth works, whose satellites are in orbit? Whose satellites do they use for Google Maps and for maps in general, the cell phone, etc. Esau. Okay, and it says, he covered the face of the judges thereof, and we understand that it's talking about who? The Most High, the Son, etc., etc. If not, then where and who is he? The
original popes. Yeah.
And this all is going to tie in because check this out. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The brother brought the article with Japan now becoming an offensive team compared to them just being a defensive team, just like the NFL. See, you niggas pay attention to football, but you don't pay attention to the world. You got countries that are defensive with the military and offensive. Some of them do it because of their power, some of them do it because they don't. Japan was taking that power, what the brother said, 70 years ago. What happened 70 years ago? A couple months ago, Japan just celebrated or acknowledged the 70-year anniversary of the bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
And the family's still affected.
Which is, the family's still affected. They still have shadows on the walls.
On the walls. Yep.
From these bombs. Big fat boy, little boy, whatever the fuck this devil called the bomb that he probably molested before he dropped. Okay? And now Japan said, you know what? We're done with this devil, man. We're going to do our own thing. Why? Because the brother's bread. The Most High is bringing all these nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Don't get it twisted. At the end, the ultimate target is Esau, man. Even though all these little heathen nations are going to get it as well, Esau is the ultimate target. 70 years Japan has been offensiveless because of what? Because of America's rules and regulations. That's why they rewrote the Constitution. That's why they rewrote the whole laws based on what America told them they can do.